get them out of my head. Words, these words you said to me, yeah. Stop my heart barely beating, and now I'm stuck on repeat. I can't sleep through this madness. It's madness. Tame the fire, suffer to live in the ashes. In the ashes. And that's what happens when gasoline plays with matches. Oh yeah. And that's what happens. That's what happens when gasoline plays with matches. And that's what happens, happens, happens. Need someone to come reconstruct it. You know it, you got it bad. And I got it bad. We got it bad. And now we're back to life, feeling we never had. Just pretend. Catalyze my catatonic mind. Left inside, under cover of night, put the past out of sight. We both knew it wasn't right. That's what happens when gasoline plays with matches. Oh yeah. That's what happens. Oh, that's what happens when gasoline plays with matches. And that's what happens. When gasoline plays with matches, you get burned.
Okay, hello there. Welcome to God's team versus Swift in the third match of the Division 4 final. The perspective we have here is going to be Guy. The long-awaited final. Hello, KP.
Hello, Stonky.
Okay, I'm going to have to lower your levels.
Oh dear, that's bad. Okay.
Oh dear, you're loud. But yeah, so we've got all 10 in the room. I have to screen share you, don't I? I forgot that.
You do. There isn't 10 in the room. One of them is a Kickstarter.
Ah, well.
We are waiting on Zagler. Apparently, according to Noob, Zagler is currently fishing to be back by 20.
He's gone fishing.
Apparently.
Basically.
I don't know if he's gone fishing, apparently, and apparently we're waiting on him to get back so they can actually have a 5v5 instead.
He's got to stop fishing. He's not got very long.
Yeah, it's not gone well for him. However, what we do know here about this match, it is currently 1 apiece. Both the matches that have happened so far, not exactly the most interesting of matches. One was 4v4, the other one was a 4v5. So, hopefully, in the final match, we can have a much fairer competition than we've been having.
I mean, it might be good. I'm not sure if Jazz is... Actually, is Jazz playing or not? Because he had he had a last-minute problem with his Wii. Apparently, his Wii doesn't read discs anymore, and he didn't think to check that until 10 minutes before the match when he asked me, "Can I get an ISO within 10 minutes?" And I said, "No, it doesn't. Not 10 minutes. Sorry."
Well, I do know that MZ is going to be bagging for Swift. So they can have fun with that one. MZ's bagging, and I think the 4 runners are going to be Noob, Guy, Stripe, and Zagler. So we'll have fun with that one.
We'll have fun with that one. Extra edition we have today that I'm just randomly testing out of nowhere and has been completely not suggested is the stream chat. So everyone feel free to post within the stream chat once you see anything. But looks like Erupt was the last member.
Oh, yes. Well, I have just been PM'd by Noob saying Erupt will be subbing for GP1, apparently. So...
Is that GP1 and GP1 alone, or...?
Well, according to Noob, yes. But if Zagler doesn't show up, I imagine he'll be playing the entire war. We'll have to find out.
What? MZ or bed?
MZ or bed.
Go G7. Okay, so that's the look of the chats. Please do a proper breakdown of the lineups because you've got them.
I do have them, yes. I will go through G7s first because I've just told you, Swift. G7's lineup is Chroma, Tika T, Azuma, Matt, and Demon. So a very standard G7 lineup, I would say. All 5 people playing fairly actively for the clan. Not entirely sure who's going to be bagging for them. I know Matt's done it in the past, as has Azuma. So again, could really be anyone, depending on what strategy they want to use. All 5 people known in their own right. You know, I'm very familiar with all 5 of them. Should be an interesting match to see, though.
We've got Go Baby Luigi. That's a recommendation from Ryu there to go Baby Luigi.
So yeah, again, not sure who's bagging for them. If anyone can tell me or Tom, that would be very good because Matt's died on Discord, basically. He hasn't been able to tell me that. As far as Noob is concerned and Swift, it is going to be Noob, MZ, Guy, Stripe, and Erupt for GP1. Hopefully they're going to get Zagler for GP2 and 3. Again, 5 people who are very good chemistry-wise. They all know each other very well, Swift being a very overall well-rounded team. We have, all 4 of these people who are playing, all the runners, I should say, are very impressive in their own right, all doing extremely well in WL so far. And then we have MZ bagging. Not entirely sure how that's going to go, of course, because MZ's not really well known as a bagger. More known as a CT player playing for Final Stand.
Well, we're going to have to see, because we're about to start. He nearly picked automatic. Not for automatic today. Please not now.
And by the way, the face cam you are seeing is not Tom or I. We're not that skinny. It's going to be Guy we're seeing here. He looks like he's having a very fun time there. Let's see.
I'm sure we'll see some great live reactions.
They did say if we want the face cam taken off, we can do that. However, people seem to be enjoying it, so I think we'll just leave it there for now.
We'll leave it, and if people don't like it, then feel free to suggest it within the stream chat, and when we open it after what may be Yoshi Falls, then yeah, we'll have fun. We'll have fun trying to ask, but
certainly two very diverse and interesting teams here. It's basically 5 people from the French community versus 5, I believe, all Americans. So they can have fun with this one. I'm very excited to see this. 1-1, as we know, the first 5v5 we've actually had in this best-of-3 series between the two teams. Grumble Volcano, first track of choice for, I believe that was G7.
Grumble Volcano is a track that definitely benefits anyone that may know how to do the rock hop, the almighty rock hop for the first lap, at least. But we'll have to see if Guy can maybe get Shrooms to take that or not. Guy, time trialer. I know we were watching him do, I think, Peach Beach just before this, so clearly been warming up. But
yeah, as a little thing about Guy, you know, Guy's actually the person who introduced me to this community, a very good player, as you said, on time trials, has the Mario Circuit, or did have the Mario Circuit World Record, and the Sherbetland Glitch World Record. Don't know if they still stand, but definitely someone who has been very, very impressive in Wars recently. Has only started really doing Wars only really in the past couple of years. He's been primarily a time trialer, hasn't really been in Wars all that often, or even in the competitive community. So to see him playing and actually being a pretty good racer, as we can see here, having these double shrooms in first to take the shortcut with, you know, definitely someone to look out for.
Yeah, double shrooms indicates... Oh no, I was going to say maybe rock, but he's decided not to go for rock, and will be using that final shroom to take the respawn. Still in first. Yeah.
Perfectly viable. He did have to shroom up to avoid Matt's bill. Very viable, just to take the regular shortcut there.
Let's see, though. Will he be able to fend off anyone that takes a shortcut this lap, or will a shot come in?
Well, we see both baggers sort of battling here in 10th place. One of them has just used the bill. That was G7 using the... Oh, no, they haven't... Was that the bill used by Tico T there? Well, either way, he is...
A bill by MZ.
That's a bill by MZ, but Tico T might have the shock, I believe, because he is stopping.
He's been billed. That's why he stopped.
I couldn't even see that properly because of the face cam, but yes, you are right. He has been billed by MZ. Probably a good strategy considering I did think he has the shock. Going to be an easy first place. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, he stopped. He's on the track. It's okay. First place comes in for him. He's so happy. He's actually so happy he's walked off. He's walked off. He has walked off. He's happy. He nearly failed, but it's okay. It's in fact so okay that he's opted that he no longer wants to look at it.
Oh no! Oh, he's back.
He's back. He's got his headset back on.
He's back for action. He did get first place there. The shock sort of helping him, I would say. He might have actually been off the track without that shock, but definitely a good first place for him. Let's see exactly what the race was for Swift. Top 2, 5, 7, 9.
It's going to be a 27, 33, 36, 37 to 24 in favour of Swift.
Oh.
Let's have a very quick check at the stream chat for what was posted. Okay, so we've been told to read cast chat. We've got D6 but in D4 finals. Guy is hiding his speedo with the face cam. That was apparently Ticotti's, or Rip Ticotti's shock, so he did lose it there. But
yeah, he did have the shock, and I think the second shock might have also been G7's. But again, we don't exactly know. We only have one perspective of Guy, and he was in first place. So
let's see what track it wants to be picking today. Looks like we are going to be getting a Yoshi Falls in. I believe that's Erupt getting the vote there.
Yeah.
Will Guy be so good that he has to walk away for this race?
Well, this is a Swift track. For those of you who don't know, Yoshi Falls definitely a Swift track. I've seen them pick this many, many times when I have played them personally. So, a track that you definitely can front run, as Guy is trying to demonstrate here, but also a track that has a few TS spots, mostly in the waterfall sections, and is quite easy to catch up on if you do manage to dodge the shock. We'll have to see what Guy opts for here. Is opting for the front running strategy, trying to get rid of a zoomer in second. Let's see if he can manage that.
I think we can now see a Swift member in second place, which means either a zoomer failed or the other Swift member may have had a shroom or something to get past. But Guy's still in first place. So far, quite successful with holding it. Doesn't look like he's going to be hit by that bagger there. But that's always interesting to look at, isn't it, trolling? Not going to be getting target shocked in the fall. That's one of the other main spots.
And that's an easy raise for him. Is he going to walk off again? I think that's the question we all want to know. Yes, he is!
Yes, he is! He's walking off. And he's back. He's so happy.
Well, as I said before the race started, a track that you can easily front run. Guy proving that, and I think Swift at least got top 2. I think Dorito was also up there with Guy. So let's see what the results were going into the end of the second race.
Your microphone has had a few bugs in the last race, but top 4!
Top 4, 9.
46 to 15. Will he be walking off after that performance?
That's gonna be wow. That's very impressive.
Okay, so it's gonna leave the scores at
very impressive.
83 to 39.
They didn't even have shock that race. They didn't even need it. Like I said, that is a Swift track completely.
Got Guy D1, or Guy number 1 player. Got got George MKW with Matt G7 best player. Big lad Matt G7 easy as the main comment.
G7 easy.
Got War Guy. A lot of people wanting Swift to win.
Well, Swift is Swift. If Swift keeps up what they're doing currently, yeah, that's definitely going to be the case.
I mean, I believe the 4v5 they only won by like what 10 or something. So it's didn't look too promising after that performance. But going into TF after a top 4, this could be quite a strong track for them.
You know what? Well, as we know, there has been a little bit of controversy within the D4 chat about this match. Controversy, yes. There has been a bit of that going into this match. So to get it played and just to see the teams actually hopefully having a good competitive match here is very good to see. We do see Stripe. Oh, no, I think that might have been Guy wheelie bumping Stripe. Don't know if that was the case or not.
Oh no, Guy's hit himself. He looks to have laughed at that, but
yeah, he did banana himself, and now G7 in first. Erupt and Guy. Oh no, that's a rip. I don't think Erupt called that out to his teammate there. That's a bit of a miscommunication on behalf of Swift, but Guy's still in 6th with this bomb and triple shrooms in his back pocket.
Will he want to spend that from his back pocket? It looks like he's used it, so going to be using these shrooms.
Seeing a lot of Swift people in middle spots, 4, 5, 6. Don't know who's in top 3. I believe that might be one member of Swift up there, but other than that, no, there he is in 3rd. So G7 holding top 2 at the moment.
G7 top 2, but if Swift can get these players out, if they maybe have the shock, for example, and can TS, I can't see if they're close. No, they're definitely not close enough. But if they can TS maybe first and dodge their mid spots, which a few of them can pull dodges in their spots, this could be a good race. Let's see, we're going to be seeing no target shock attempts there.
I think this is just really trying to get that second place, because first place is very far ahead from the pack. If you can get this person out of second place, not entirely sure who this is. I think it might be Demon.
Well,
if you can get him
G7
out of second.
K.
G7K, yeah, if you can get him. And as we see Guy going for the shrooms, making it, is going to be getting second place, it looks like, especially with the use of this shroom. Has done that. Now, there's a shock in play at the end.
There's a shock.
It does seem like someone dodged in sixth there.
Did someone
Don't know
get
if it's
blued
gonna
on the
do
line?
anything.
I think someone got hit on the line and has died quite heavily from it.
Was that on the line or was that over the line?
Well, whoever got sixth, I believe, has just had a bad day.
We will find out. Guy has not walked away from this race.
No, well, second place is going to be giving him 42 this GP.
He is on 42 after 3 races. As I said, a player you definitely can't underestimate, proving me right here within these 3 races.
Will he walk away after he's seen this result?
2-3-7-8 is not the best race they could have had, but that's still not terrible by any means.
That's going to be 27 to 34. So G7 on 73 and 27 on top of that. Going to be leaving the score at 73 to 110, I believe.
Yes, I believe that's correct. I mean, that top 4-9 on Yoshi Falls has really just done what Swift needed to do.
Okay, so Shark is wanting to know if his appeal is going to be taken care of. Is that your MK Boards appeal or your Wiimmfi League one is the question I'd ask. Either way, probably.
Not seeing many track picks, team picks rather here. We're seeing a few Peach Gardens picks, a few Mushroom Gorge picks, 2 BC3 picks as well. Now that's 3. Erupt, Stripe and Noob, I believe that is all going BC3, while Guy not agreeing with his teammates going Mushroom Gorge. We will find out what track we are going to be going very shortly.
Mushroom Gorge.
Well, now this was Guy's pick. Let's see if he can keep up. Again, because Guy is a time trialer, I remember him having an extremely good time on this track.
Yeah, this is one of his stronger tracks, I believe. So
yeah, I think he might even be in top 10 on this. We will find out if that is going to be the case on online play. As you know, online and time trials, 2 completely different scenarios.
Well, he's been bumped wide a little bit there. Throws a red, doesn't actually get anyone. It passes all of the G7 that were in front of him. So, he hits that bouncy mushroom.
Did try and fib snipe Chroma. Going to get redded in the process there, but that was a very good fib snipe attempt from Guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as if he could have done much with that fib. He couldn't block the red with a fib, I'm afraid. So,
I mean, you have to give credit to Guy. I think 6th has been his lowest position this entire GP. So, and that's even like within the race. So you know what? Credit to him. He's going to take this mushroom shotgun. Is he going to make it?
He is.
Yes, he is. Is going to be back in first just like that. That was very easy for him. We do see Dorito, I believe that's Noob, also up here.
He's going to hit that mushroom really weirdly. And he hits the fib.
I think Dorito pushed him into the fib, and and I think Guy also managed to wheelie bump his teammate as well there, losing both the top 2 spots. I think G7's now 1-3-4.
G7 1-3-4. And Guy going to be able to take that. So 2-3, not the worst for Swift if they can get first out. That's the main issue that they've been having for the last race or two, is getting their one runner out.
Well, that's G7 Matt up there in first place, I'm pretty sure, while G7 also holding on to 4-5. And that's not going to help. That's not going to help unless he can pass it off. And he has managed. He has managed.
And he's in a spot where he could maybe pull a mushroom and get third back. He gets the box.
That's a mega.
He's going to be a shock in
play.
He's so ready to be TS.
Yes! That's a shocking play. That must have been Swift's. But I think G7 still getting first though, but 2-3 for Swift.
2-3. What will Guy do in his reaction? He looks quite composed. He's quite happy. He's just gone and got a 54 GP.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be complaining about his individual points anyway.
Well, he's definitely proved the world wrong. Talking about proving the world wrong, the nominations for the Casters Picks will be announced soon. Proving the world wrong that Casters might have actually voted. And also people proving us wrong in terms of doing a lot better than they may have been predicted. But
2, 3, 6, 8, 9.
That's going to be 29 to 32. Again, not the worst of races, but
no. But we are seeing a little bit of a pattern here. That is Guy and Noob, 54-44 apiece. Definitely not carrying the team, but definitely helping.
Okay. Apparently I'm best caster ever. WL. Apparently there's a fake white line. Do you want me to check this, guys? I can check. I'll do this. I will literally do this for people. Just for fear of fake white. I will do it. Do I find the room? Can I find the room? This is a big question. I can find the room. Good start. Okay, so I'll post this on the stream, but yeah, Guy played really well that GP.
I mean, we did prove it too. I did say before the GP even started that he is someone to look out for. Despite him being a time trialer, you know, even you can be a time trialer and still be good on competitive play. That was proved by Fox very, very nicely when he was originally came as a time trialer. Guy, the exact same coming in the community as a time trialer and still managing to keep those lines and those scores up on competitive play.
Okay, so for people that don't know, 91 means that you're loading via CTs. 90 means you're not on CTs. So
all of G7
are actually on CTs. So no more accusations of fake white, please. Please, not in the final. But there are 91s, so please don't be afraid about your fake whites, because there aren't any at the moment, at least.
Swift up 34 going into GP2. It looks like they're keeping Erupt, which would make sense. You know, it's not like they lost the GP with him, so it would make sense to keep him on, especially if Zagler's not home.
No, Zagler might not actually be back. That'd be a bigger problem.
Well, that as well, yeah. We are going to be seeing a few team picks here. GBA BC3 and DS Delfino Square. Who is going to get the better of this exchange? Going to be G7.
It's going to be Delfino Square coming out. Can't actually remember the starting positions. Swift probably might actually have the better ones, but this is kind of a track where you can run a bit, but if you get a golden and you hold it to a high enough spot, you can also use that. So
the track is very it's overall middle of the road.
Yeah, I've heard it called a hybrid track before.
Yes. You can front run it, you can dodge up and win on it. It's really dependent on how the actual race itself goes, because it doesn't matter what you can do. Like, some tracks are considered luck tracks because they always go the same way. You know, they always dodge up and they always get high spots because of dodging. This track's a bit different, which I think is an extremely good way of, you know, making a track. It can go either way. And certainly, as we can see, Guy here with triple shrooms in 6th. Going to be going good for him, more than likely, it seems.
Yeah, these triple shrooms, he might want to hold them for the shortcut for this lap. It might send him into maybe 2nd. But, oh no, he hits a wall. 2 shrooms is still enough.
Of those greens.
2 shrooms is still enough if he does not chain them here. Okay, so it looks like he's going to be going for it this lap.
Let's see what position he'll be in after he takes the shortcut. Pretty nice looking shortcut as well. Is in 2nd place, just behind Matt.
That's an unfortunate pull, though, the fib. I'm sure that 3rd has that potential to pull red, so... and
is
Matt there!
Oh!
Matt with the back, but...
I was about to say he might try and fib snipe Matt, but Matt getting the better of that exchange. Is going to try and do it there. Hasn't hit anyone, it seems. There it is. There's that fib he was thrown.
It's quite a nicely placed fib, but
this is perfect for him. Guy has just pulled the perfect item.
So long as they don't blue cancel.
Provided there is no shock, Guy will be getting the easiest first that he could manage. And yeah, that is definitely going to be the case. Is going to have this shroom in first, so even if there is a blue shell, he's oh, wait! I saw a blue shell back there! I saw a blue explosion
Ooh.
back there.
That's an interesting turn of events, but didn't hit Guy, so...
He's waiting on the line as well, indicating Swift's in second. Yes, they are. We see Dorito.
And then we see Azuma followed by Erupt, so this is going to be a very, very good race for Swift.
That was a bit strange. I'm sure I saw a blue explosion back there when Guy was taking the shortcut. Must have gone for second place when it was in first. Very, very odd indeed. That seemed to be 2 blues in about the span of 15 seconds there, so... A bit weird, but I'm sure Swift not going to be complaining. They've just had a very, very good race.
They've had a very good race, and we'll be seeing the results of that very shortly, but so far, they've... oh my, okay, they did do very well there with 26, 41, 42, 42 to 19.
Yeah. Again, Swift having these races, they had it on Yoshi Falls, they've just had it now, to where they're just going to be pulling away. And that's where the problem's coming in. G7 can catch up. They've been having... I think the problem is that G7 have been having these sort of decent races. They've been winning by certain points. You know, they've been winning by like a maximum of about 10. And then the problem is that Swift are having these races where you're going to win by 10 in 3 races in a row, and then we're going to win by 40 on the last race. So it's a problem. It is a problem, but that's what G7 need to prevent. They need to be having these good races. They can have races where they're winning by little amounts, but that's not going to help them if Swift have races like they just have. Yeah,
especially with the current score. G7 actually down, what is that? That's 57, I think. So, not the greatest for them so far.
No, Swift must be feeling pretty good about themselves right now. Going into Cooper Cave, they have to make sure that they do not let sort of the cockiness and the arrogance get to their head. They are winning. It's still possible for G7 to come back.
It is. This is the 6th race of the war, so after this we'll be at the halfway point, but Swift so far doing quite well.
Guy starting at first. Guy, very, very impressive. As I said, getting first once again in that race. Is already on about an 80 point.
Yeah, he needs 31 in 7 to break 100.
Yeah, definitely very, very possible for him. So that means he's on what, 69 then?
Yeah, I think so. 50. Yeah, 54 plus 15, yeah.
So he's on 69 at the moment, and honestly, he has been doing very, very well for Swift the entire season, not just in this war. So credit to him. He is still in second. Had to avoid... Oh my!
That is an oh my.
He had to avoid his own banana, and then it looked like he barely missed the zapper. Did manage to do both of those things, however. Remains in second place. Gets a fib. Does try and snipe Chroma. I don't know where that fib even went.
He's dead.
Oh,
he's dead. Yeah. He's dead.
Had a bit of the cleaning of the nose there on his face cam. Had to express how sort of upset he was there. Back in 8th. Max.
He's put his is that a wee chuck? Is he put his wee chuck up in denial, I guess. not happy, but that golden will help him. The golden shortcut will be.
That was sort of a give up moment there for him, but he is going to catch back up now.
Yeah, the golden shortcut, quite a easy one, but it saves a lot of time. There we go, he made it. So still in 8th, but he's catching up, and I think that's all that matters. So long as maybe, especially if Swift do have the shock, the fact that he's holding this star means that he's either going to be predicting or that they have got the shock. So
is he going to chain it? That's a good question here.
He's going to be chaining
it. Yes, he is.
Doesn't look like he's going to be dodging.
Doesn't get the low trick either, so he is still in 8th. That was either a late Swift shock or a G7 one. Looked to be a G7 one. Don't know who dodged in 7th, but someone definitely did dodge in 7th in a star. Going to be Guy's job now to catch up.
Given Guy's face cam reaction, it looks as if he might have been a bit annoyed about himself. The fact that he might have dodged like a frame too late. So maybe it was a Swift shock, actually. But
Bill in 8th, that's going to definitely help him catch up.
He's got to use it quite quick, though, or else he's going to not be able to get the chain.
Oh, he's passing quite a few people.
Will he get the box? I don't...
No, you don't think he will, but he is going to be in 2nd now.
Oh, my. That Bill...
That bill has benefited in 2 people taking the shortcut, but he's still going to be getting 4th after the race he had. I don't think he can complain.
That's the lowest spot he's got the whole war, and it's 4th.
I mean, after the race he had, he still managed to get 4th. That's pretty impressive, if you ask me.
Quite a solid performance so far from Guy. Again, we have 6 more races, so we can see will they be able to maintain their performance under the pressure.
We did see Swift in 2-4. Don't know who got first, but if Swift also got first, yes, they did. Top 2-4. So I do think you are right saying that was a Swift shock, and Guy just didn't dodge it. He was a bit too late on the item button there. But top 2-4 still, I mean, no complaints, I don't think, from Swift.
37. Hey! Can do maths.
That's a 70 point... Oh, no, hang on.
That is a 70 point, yeah.
Yeah, 70 point deficit there for G7 now.
Got some fantastic go top 5, I'm afraid, because of the baggers. There's not going to be a top 5 for Swift, but...
Yeah, top 5 won't be happening. Top 4-9 could happen. As a matter of fact, it already has on Yoshi Falls.
Yeah, that's happened. What is it, 46-15 or something?
The best race they could have had has already happened for Swift. G7 now really needs to play the catch-up game. I think, honestly, a person we haven't been talking about a lot this war is MZ. He is bagging for them. And he hasn't bagged a whole lot. You know, he's not really known as a bagger or even a regular track player. So to see him basically out-bagging G7, it seems, you know, very impressive on his part.
I mean, there have also been times where we've seen him hit the shock out of Tikotti, and it's quite nice to see that he has been able to prevent the shock, even in races where he hasn't got it. It's quite surprising, because you don't even see normal baggers able to do that kind of stuff sometimes. Sometimes people are so adamant that the other person hasn't got the shock, or that, you know, they've been in last the whole race, therefore they must have it. That sometimes prevention doesn't end up getting onto the list of priorities, but MZ's done quite well. We're going to be seeing Guy, however, use his shrooms, get into 4th place. That's quite a nice wall there. So, Swift in 2-4. Guy in perfect position to pull triple shrooms, maybe, or maybe a mega. Gets the bomb, actually, though.
And does do that.
Oh, that is just that.
That is just that.
He has been bumped.
He has indeed been bumped. And what I find interesting about this, you know, Swift started top 2-4, and now G7's holding most of the top spots. So, fairly interesting to see that. I think G7 might even be top 2. So, we will have to see what goes on. There's Zuma also bumping Guy, and we are seeing a lot of Swift back here, 6, 7, 8 for them.
Swift being back here basically just means they have to dodge, and if they're back here...
I'm loving Matt so far. He's got 2 sets of triple reds in a row. Is going to be stopping with both of them.
Yeah, Matt is a fan of the stop troll. We saw it on Cooper Cape where Guy just threw his hands in the air, but...
We do see one of the MZs back here by the end of the track. Tika T, as we can see up there on the minimap, not doing that. Maybe does have the shock if that's the case. He does seem to just be waiting there.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, that's Tika T.
That's Tika T, and that is going to be a dodge for a G7 member. And that is Matt coming up.
Matt coming up, but his red lags off the track, and I'm afraid for him that's not benefiting as top 2.
Swift is still top 2 after that. So, you know what? I mean, I'm saying Tika T shock was useful. They're still top 2.
I mean, the only thing that might break it now is...
Oh, there's Matt with a mega in 3rd, I believe that is.
Yeah, Matt.
Either way,
that's an edgy, controversial moment of potential lag.
Hands up in the air again.
Hands up in
the
air.
He's not had a fun time.
He doesn't like that race.
However, he has still got 4th. G7 might have had a winning race there. What they really needed was a winning race, and I think that's exactly what they've done. Matt getting 1st after dodging.
Did he actually get 1st, though? I think is the bigger question, or was it a bit of lag on the line?
True. I'm pretty sure he got 1st, but I could be wrong. Guy getting 4th, again 4th being his worst spot he's got so far.
2, 3, 4, that's a winning race for Swift.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 6. So, Guy only passed by his teammate there. Don't know why he was hands in the air, waving them like he just doesn't care. I don't know why he was doing a bit of that, but 2, 3, 4, 6, winning race.
Yeah, 34-27 that race. So again, quite a big win actually.
And I think that's another problem. G7 had the shock. They dodged Matt. Matt got first, which was good for him, not good for the rest of his team.
Let's have a quick look at the chat. KD not on staff. That's interesting moment. Not going to be answering comments on a certain Jeff unban. I have got no power to discuss that situation. But on the other hand, we are seeing comments on the physics that we see. But the wall glitch did work for him. How many races left until the good guys win? Well, currently, G7 are down 78, I think.
Someone's disconnected.
77. Yeah, someone's disconnected. Not the...
There we go.
So 77 is what G7 are down by going into race 8. So I'm sure...
How many races would that be left? How many
races
would that be?
There's 5 left, but there's 77 down. So it's quite unreal.
For G7, what they need, again, I said this earlier, they can't sit there and have these little victories. Because if they're having these little victories, winning races by 2 or 1 or however many, that's not going to matter if Swift are having these races like they did on Yoshi Falls, like they did on Delfino Square. They're going to have these good races, even on the last race we just had, 2, 3, 4, 6 on DDR. That's still going to be a winning race for Swift. They can't have these little victories when Swift come out and get them.
Hi, Klein! Just thought I'd say that because I can see in the chat, hey, to me. So, hey to me. Yeah, if we consider the fact that with a bagger, the best you can get is what, like 46-15, which is plus 31. Swift, if G7 don't, or if G7 keep bagging next GP, if Swift win the next race or two by even like 15, then that's all they need. Like,
all Swift need is a good race or a good couple of races. That's all they need. And I think Mohammed has joined the room.
Looks like we've got a Kickstarter with Mohammed.
Yeah, it does seem that way. So as I said before, G7 are having these little victories. They're winning races by 3. I think the most they've won the races by 10. But that's not going to matter if they win 3 races in a row by 10 or more, or 10 or less. If Swift are going to have a top 4-9 race, that's completely nullified the past 3 races, and that's what's been happening so far. G7 have been winning races, but by small amounts, and then Swift are coming back with fantastic races, as we've seen.
Okay, so Mohammed saying good evening there, so clearly either he is the Kickstarter and he's trolling with some random comments, or he doesn't know what he's doing and he's being used as a Kickstarter anyway. What's Guy trying to use here? He's got something. I can't see what it is. Looks like he might be eating some food. What's he doing?
Oh, he's having an eat.
Oh no.
He's doing something.
What's that? Is that a little cupcake? It looks like he's eating it. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
He's had his food.
He's had his food. He's got his energy back.
Honestly, he deserves it after he's on like what 80 something. 80 something. Yeah. Have some food, mate.
Have some food. You've definitely deserved it this before.
It's done very well so far, at least. Hopefully, he can keep it up and be remembered as one of the people that really influenced the final result. Because right now, he's definitely one of the main people for the reason Swift are so far ahead, with a few of the front runs he's had as well, like Yoshi Falls. Like, they have really assisted his team.
He's maintained top spots the entire race. Like we said, his worst position's been 4th. He's had 4th twice on Cooper Cape and DDR. Other than that, he's been front-running nearly every single race, so you have to give him credit. I know he's a time trialer, so of course he's used to how the track operates, but online play is so different from time trialing, and for him to sort of, he's able to keep up with that is quite good to me.
Rush would like to say something to you in the stream chat. Can you spot him and can you respond?
Hello, Rush_V.
There we go. Yeah, I guess we'll leave the stream chat on and see if people have any more messages for the next few things. If you didn't tell, we originally had the settings so that it deleted messages after like 30 seconds, but what we've done now is like, I think I've changed it to like 4 minutes or something, so that we get the comments of what happened during the race, and we can kind of review them after each race. And hopefully you guys like the introduction of the stream chat, because it was something I set up in 5 minutes, so you never know. It might be something that we keep, it might be something that people can't carry on with, but so far it's not gone too bad. Matt said he doesn't think Azuma will be returning. That's definitely not good news for G7.
No, I have just seen that from Noob as well. Apparently Azuma has died somewhat.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
KP can see what I'm looking at. Ooh.
Yes, oh.
I'm not sure what match that'll be, but there's potential for 7L after this.
Yeah, 7L, that'll be the Resilience and KSM match. The winner of that wins Division 1. So we might be able to cast that, hopefully.
Maybe. I might have to... Okay, so after that epic comment post by me, we'll be looking back at the stream chat. Guy looking around, he looks quite happy after his current performance.
I mean, as he should. As he should. He should be very, very proud with what he's done. He should be extremely proud. 7L is the MK7 League, Twingy. Yes, it'll be Resilience and... It's going to be Resilience and KSM going one-on-one there. Both are in Division 1, holding on to the top 2 spots in the rankings. So definitely a match to look forward to. Oh, hello. He's showing us Super Mario Galaxy. Yes.
He's a fan. He's saying,
he's a fan.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. What's this?
What's that? Super Mario Strikers.
Mario Strikers, yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
What's the next one going to be like? Barbie World and thumbs down? What is it?
No, it's going to be
Madden.
Madden. It's going to be Madden.
Thumbs down. No. That's a. Was that a neck symbol? I don't know what he wanted to illustrate there, but is that Madden All Play 09? He's a fan of Madden 09.
He's a fan of Madden, but not the other game, unfortunately. Oh, he's showing us more. What else are we being shown?
He's got more to show. He's clearly got more. He's clearly a fan of All Play, which I think was where you could have your Mii show up.
I mean, I've never played Madden. What's this?
Who's that?
Madden Football. Oh, no, we don't like who that is. Do you know who that is, Tom?
I couldn't see.
I couldn't see.
He was in a shirt. It was a basketballer, I think. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. We don't know about these things. Sorry. Oh, dear. I mean, interesting so far. That's all I can say.
Okay, so comments everywhere for me, but fortunately, let's quickly look away from Guy while he goes. No, he's reaching something. What is it? Is he going to show the world something else?
No, he's not. I think he put something back. I think he's just put something back.
He's laughing. Okay, that's good. He's
loving life, isn't he?
People are making quite a few comments on Mario Strikers being the best game, but well, apparently Zagler's fishing experience is still going on.
Oh dear.
Hopefully he's caught quite a few fish, but if not, there's plenty more fish in the sea.
In the sea. Oh.
No fish. Zero fish.
Oh.
Well,
Zero
again,
fish for everyone who's interested.
He's got a good Insta post, so he's absolutely fine.
We're okay. He got a good Insta post out of fishing. This is fine.
Oh,
guys,
Smash
showing
Bros.
us more things.
Yes,
yes.
Yes. What's that? What's he showing it? What's he showing us there? He's no longer showing it.
No.
He's so embarrassed he doesn't want to show it.
He's given up. Oh no. He needs to show us other things. Any Swift members, tell Guy to show us more things.
Show us more things.
It would be very appreciative for him to show us more things.
Okay, so hopefully, let's see. Is he going to show us more things? Not yet.
While we wait for Azuma, because I don't think Azuma's showing up at the moment, so while we wait for him...
Oh, in the last minute, I've literally got three Discord PMs. Let me go check them.
I'll check mine, actually. I have 3 as well.
I'm going to say hello to anyone that I see.
I've got a message from Noob. Looks like he is back. Apparently Azuma might be back. We don't know yet. There's Tika T, anyway. Still waiting on Azuma.
Rule set, guys. I forgot we need to use the rule set here. Also, apologies to the people that have had to experience what I've called fat keyboards, where the website appears to be quite a lot wider than normal. Some people may enjoy it, some people may not, but in one of the staff chats I dubbed it fat keyboards. And a few people took to it, so clearly people are a fan of that one. He's thumbing up some Madden, he's loving it.
I didn't even see that one, I just saw him...
Mario Kart Wii! No, not a fan! Not a fan!
He hates that! Hates the game he's currently playing. What else are we saying?
He's not a fan of Mario. Oh,
hello, what's the
Pac-Man World 2! What a great game! What a fantastic game! Next up, we're going to be seeing like what, Red Card Soccer or something, and a thumbs up for it.
He's going to show us something, definitely. We're gonna. Oh no!
Has he got Red Card Soccer for the GameCube, made by who is it? Midway Games or something.
Really gonna try and find one here. What's he found?
What's he found for us? SpongeBob! Oh! SpongeBob is loving it. He's absolutely loving it.
He's having a love.
He's having a love. SpongeBob. He's shaking it like a trophy. It's like his D4 title trophy. SpongeBob. That's gonna. Someone's gonna Photoshop that. Let me quickly get the answer for Noob because I've been sat there for ages not giving him one. So,
no!
So you can still see it, can you?
Yes.
Can you? Okay, good.
He's grabbing. While you do this and give him an answer, I'll see what else Guy is going to grab here. Let's see what else he's going to grab.
He's clearly got quite a few games. We can do that. What's that? Mega Man. Mega Man.
Mega Man.
No, not for me. Apparently, for Guy.
Not for me.
Rule set. Is that Donkey Kong Country Returns? It is. Nah.
I agree. I don't like that game either. I agree with that one. I've got that game. It's not a very good game.
Oh my god! That's not happened. Hello, make that 4 PMs. No, I don't want to make that 4 PMs. I've got a copy of Rule.
You have messages from Matt and Sly Guy.
Others. Okay, well I'll check them on my phone so you don't get to read them. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, so what's Guy gonna want to show us? I believe the rule is that you have to only wait at least a maximum of 5 minutes between GPs and stuff.
Well, it has already been 5 minutes, so Matt's gonna have to start that room very soon.
They're gonna have to start that room. It's only a strike, but it's.
Oh yes, double dash.
Double dash.
Oh yes.
Double dash. Double dash. Good.
Good game.
Double dash. Good. What's going to be the bad one? He likes the contrast. Good and bad. What's bad?
What's bad? Oh, he's looking. He's smiling.
Wiimmfi Plus. Wiimmfi Plus. He looks happy with it. He's a fan.
He's a fan of Wiimmfi Plus.
Wiimmfi Plus again. Is he showing that person on a board? In particular, that Wii Fit trainer on a board. He's doing the pose.
I thought he was about to stab the disc.
What? Yeah, he's not going to do a shuriken into the webcam or anything.
What's he doing? What? 5? Yeah, it's been 5 minutes.
Symbolising that it's been more than 5 minutes.
Hand gestures.
So let's have a look at the. I have to go on Discord again. Discord with. Who am I Discording with now?
Apparently.
Matt. Okay. I have to show up. I'm on my phone for this one, so I'm going in. No. I'm going to mute my mic for a bit just so I can deal with this.
Oh. Looks like I've been left on my own. Let's see anyway. We are waiting on Azuma. Don't know when he's going to show up. Guy's talking, guys. I don't exactly know what he's saying because we can't hear him, but he does seem very upset about something. Either way, Matt's going to have to start this room soon. I'm assuming Tom's sorting that out now, because he is PMing. And thanks for waiting, yeah. I'm sure everyone's very happy. I mean, to be honest, it's very good this match is even being played, because this match was meant to happen about 2 weeks ago, or something along those lines, and finally to see it happen now. It wasn't even meant to be happening today. I mean, I can't really say much, but I've been in D4 chat sort of seeing what's been happening, and it's not exactly the funnest of times. It wasn't even meant to be happening today because loads of Swift members have finals. I think G7 have a few things as well going on, so good that this is finally happening and we can finally manage to sort out WL confirmations, because as soon as this match is over, WL confirmations will be starting, so that's good. At the very least, this match is finally getting done, so the next season can begin. This is basically all we were waiting on. So now the fact that this is going to be happening, going into these final 5 races, as soon as this is over, the WL staff will be sorting out confirmations for Season 10. So for those of you who weren't aware of when the next season is actually starting, it will be starting basically sometime within the next 3 weeks or so, I would say. I wouldn't think it would take that long. But anyway, Stunky is going to be speaking to Matt until we know what's going on. Until he comes back, we will go over... We might as well go over what's happened in this division, because, you know, I literally can't think of anything else to talk about, and I can't read the stream chat without Tom. So... Oh, thank you, Tom. Can you change that for me? Thank you very much. Well, there we go, yeah, as I've actually said, Prim quit, Nike Transfer and Kaz got banned, so makes sense, I suppose. So it's unfortunate that G7 had to sort of transfer 3 people out. There reasons beyond their control for some of them. However, you know, so those 3 people did manage to leave. So I suppose both teams sort of could play at certain times when the other team couldn't. It was a mix of, you know, it was a conflict, wasn't it? Really, it was, you know, Swift could play at this time, G7 couldn't play at this time. G7 could play, Swift couldn't. Blah 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 blah. You know, it's extremely difficult. You know. When the match should have been played 3 weeks ago, you know, when the finals were meant to take place, they didn't for different reasons. We are starting, however.
Yeah, when we're starting, Tom is back. 4v5.
Has Matt? Have you resolved the situation? Have you?
Don't know.
Well, either way, they're going 4v5, which means they have an even less chance of winning now. Do G7.
Also, thank you to a Discord message. Shout out to the one and only Firebat Loki, which legendary MK Board's name. Get supporter and change it. It's a joke between me and him. So
Where are we going anyway? SNES MC3. I think G7 have just given up at this point. They're 4v5 and about 70 points down. At the end of the day, they're going to need a miracle, especially if someone's still going backwards.
Yeah, I think the issue is they were allowed or some people transferred out and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I think we saw Prim quit. Knight transferred to FGT, I believe, and then we saw Kaz get banned. So G7 could have had a better war than this. They haven't, and I suppose that's the fault of a few people. Can't really blame one person for this.
I mean, I'm not sure if I'd blame particular people anyway. It's just how teams naturally go. Sometimes teams grow really well during a season. Sometimes there's drama that you can't really avoid, but it doesn't help.
I mean, as we see, TKT is going forwards. He's in first place. He's been first the entire race. So clearly they've given up on the bagging. It's just going to be MZ back there now. And that basically also means they're going to be giving Swift free shocks. So it's going to be a problem for them. I think G7 have realised they can't win if TKT goes backwards. And it's very unlikely they're going to be winning anyway. So 2-3-4 at the moment for Swift. They probably also have shock. They can just hold this up to be a 2-3-4-5. And all the guy needs to do is hit them with reds, which is exactly what he's doing. 2-3-4-5 for Swift. That's going to be a winning race for them.
It's going to be a winning race. And does Guy walk away or show us a game? No, he's taking a sip of water or something.
He is taking a sip of something. Might be water, might be something else. We don't know. But again, that guy's worst spot, and it's still fifth. Well, we're 1-3-4-5. Dorito must have passed TKT on the line there.
And that's going to be 33, 34, 34 to 16.
Yeah. And that's going to be game over, really, isn't it?
That is game over, I believe, yeah.
There's not going to be any chance of G7 coming back, especially in a 4v5 as they are. And they're going to be giving Swift free shocks. So I think this is going to be Swift winning D4.
I mean, it's a bit of a shame that it's had to go down this way. I've actually just had a message from Klein also saying shame about the 4v5. But, yeah. Like we say, sometimes it just goes down like this. Unfortunately, it's a case where we can't really delay the final anymore. It started a 5v5 match, but yeah, it didn't work out.
As I said while you were not here, I said this match was basically preventing us from starting the next season, so it needed to be done basically now. Otherwise, it was going to start becoming a problem. It was already sort of a problem, being about 2-3 weeks late as it is. So, yeah, as you said, this needed to be done now, and I think G7 will just have to accept their defeat.
As we see again, all 9 players running, so yeah, MZ might be able to connect a few points to his bank account, but
guy going for the Ultra does fail it, does use the build to recover.
Does he get Tickety in the air?
He might have got someone, unless I don't entirely know who. Oh, that's a red either way for him.
They're stopping.
Yeah.
They do not want him to one. Okay, well that's Mario Kart Wii for you. I'm sure he's going to be showing us that disc again and giving it a thumbs down again. But
well, I think G7 have nothing to lose, really, do they? They're just going to stop troll as much as they can.
I mean, it's on stream, so it's definitely an interesting perspective. The getting stop trolled cam with live reaction.
Oh no, that's target power. I think they got someone off with that. He's going to go for the Shroomless. Is he going to make it?
Yes, he is.
That's a yes. He's only gained 1 spot from it, though. But he is now up here with the pack. 3-4-5 for Swift. Don't know who's in top 2, but it's very close either way. Unless, is that first place all the way up there with the break, or is that...
That's first place.
Is that first place? Well, that's going to be... I don't know who that...
Yeah, that is first place. Well, apparently it's G7.
They're getting blued because that is apparently G7. G7 might even be top 2 if that's the case. Going to be a POW. That might target POW Pringle. No, he didn't manage to connect there. Honestly, that blue shell's not really going to matter for first place there. Look how far ahead he is. That is Swift.
Oh, Guy.
Yeah, he's not going to show any emotion from hitting that green shell. 2, 3, 4 for Swift. I think they're also 5th. Yeah, they are, as we can see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Easiest first, I think, G7 have had this war.
It might be a case where Swift was so far ahead that they just used it, though. Erupt getting hit on the line.
Erupt getting hit. 1-3 for G7. That might actually be a winning race for them.
Were G7 actually first?
Oh, we saw, unless that was MZ, we did see all of them back here. That might be MZ.
Come on, MZ. No!
Oh, that was math. 1, 3, 5, 6. That's going to be a winning race, I think.
That's probably their biggest winning race of the war.
It was 4v5, wow.
So, 15, 23, 27, 30 to 20, yeah.
I mean, good on them for still trying.
Yeah, good on them. Again, remember that they are going to be obtaining some points for their missing player, so if they get top 4 for the next 2 races, they might come close, but I think it is already time to say goodbye to too many chances, I'm afraid.
We never know. It can happen. It has happened before, but as you said, it's very, very unlikely that G7 are going to do anything. They did have a winning race, as you said, probably the biggest winning race they've had. We'll see what happens anyway. The Peach Beach, DS Peach Gardens, DV2, Desert Hills, many different tracks being chosen. Where are we going to be going?
Peach Beach.
A luck track, considering Swift are bottom spots. I mean, this is sort of what they wanted. Their highest spot being 2nd, although they are 2, 4, bottom 3, I believe.
Okay, so let's have a quick look. Okay, Guy getting past. That's good. First place for Guy so far. Holding this green back. Has the red thrown at him. That bomb!
Oh, watch out for that bomb. One thing about Guy I would point out, provided he can get into first, as a time trialer, once you're in first, it's very hard to take you out. It's demonstrated very well by Fox, who currently plays for VA. It's very good.
Oh, Guy's getting bombed. It's not
well,
gone
as I said, it's difficult to get him out of a high spot, but once you do, you know it's going to benefit you.
Will it actually benefit him or them here, though, given that it's a track where the shrooms can help? And so can a star if they have the Bamdiddle.
Well, yeah, we are seeing MZ about like a half a lap behind at least. Loads of G7 back here as well. Actually, matter of fact, Swift top 3, I believe.
Swift top 3 may mean... Oh, no chain.
No chain. They did see Car in a Mega, meaning the guy might chain at these last boxes once Matt's out of his star. Or they might just hold... No, there we go.
Dorito as well. Top 2.
Oh, there's Tika T, though. Tika T has passed Guy on the line. 1-3.
1-3. Guy is going to be obtaining quite a few MKW points for this war, though. So far, at least.
I mean, honestly, I'm sort of critical about why Tika T was bagging to begin with. He's getting more points than many of them.
He is, yeah. I guess they didn't really have... Have they got many other choices? I'm not sure.
I mean, yes, he's the most experienced bagger in their lineup, but if he's also scoring points like he is, they might have had a different wall. It's not like they're bagging against someone who's very, very, you know, they're not bagging against someone who's extremely, like, experienced. You know, they're bagging against MZ, a person who barely bags.
Diddly donga, that's an interesting message from TK there. I love how the emotes show up on the stream chat thing. So you've got like high quality faces there. Guy with the quite a few MKW. I mean, quite a few MKW points are all you need here, I'm afraid.
I think Guy has already broken 100, in fact.
I mean,
so,
if he hasn't, he will here.
Yes, well, provided he doesn't get anything in the bottom, like, 3.
Again, remember, there is one more race after this one because of the DC.
And we are going to be seeing Swift 1-3 Moonview Highway, a track that benefits laggy people. Honestly, let's just be upfront with this. It benefits people who can lag bomb cars. Let's just be completely honest here.
Well, I know if... Oh, there's some back greens.
I think he was trying to avoid those greens by going into the wall, ends up hitting them anyway. Has to watch out for lag bomb cars here. There are a few of them.
There's a few of them, but none hitting him so far. Nothing around that bend. He's doing really well with this line.
Yeah, like I said, that is how you do it as a time trialer. You time trial these tracks, so when you're online, provided you don't get hit by anything, you do have the opportunity to break away.
Able to get.
I'm pretty confident Swift's also first. I might be wrong, it could be Matt, but I'm pretty sure they are first.
Oh, the car there.
I think there's another car coming up. Yes, there it is, the yellow car. Was wise to avoid that as well. Drops this banana, doesn't get the boost either. Might allow Chroma to catch up, although Chroma has been hit by something, does have a substantial breakaway from third now.
I mean, so far looks very promising for Guy. Will anyone be able to maybe get him out of his position? Who knows? But
as I said on Peach Beach, you're really going to struggle getting a time trial out of a spot.
Shock Red didn't work. Didn't connect.
Might be G7. Bomb and Truck are coming very shortly. Has to watch out here.
There's Bomb. There's not Truck for him.
No Bomb or Truck. Did manage to avoid both of them.
We might actually get a nice view of first place.
I think that is going to be Swift. I'm pretty sure. No, we didn't get a view of him, but I think that definitely was Swift. There was no back spam anywhere, which does indicate Swift was first.
Either Swift was first or G7 were holding like a shroom in first the whole time.
Yes. No.
It was Swift. It was Swift. Top four. Top four. Top four. Okay. Now, in the history of the world, 41-9, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
41-9.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, 41-9. Yeah. I'm done. I'm done. Ignore me. As I said, Tika T, 30 points. I'm still sort of questioning why he was bagging to begin with. He might be the most experienced bagger, but what are you meant to do? Put your best runners forwards.
So, 41-9 there. Kind of summing this war up. Swift, in terms of this track, definitely, or in terms of this war, definitely deserving of the win for this war. But,
they've just been running every single track. You've seen them in top spots. G7 are in top spots, but then they immediately either get hit out of them or immediately something happens to where they get messed up. And it's a shame. It's a shame for G7. They played this division excellently. You know, they played this division really, really well. I think they only dropped 2 matches. So for them to sort of have to play these 3 matches the way they've gone, you know, every single match, not one of them has been a standard 5v5 all the way through. And that's a shame, I think. But it's the way it's gone, the way the cards have been dealt, and yeah, last race coming up here.
I think this is kind of the equivalent to these matches for finals where you see people getting kicked like straight after, or you see people that are like full of drama about their team, like they get picked for the lineup and they rage quit halfway through. This is kind of what we're seeing here. One of these drama-filled ones where a team has made it far enough but just hasn't been able to hold on as a team for long enough, and it has cost them. And unfortunately, the host, that's Magic Cruiser, there might be penalties here. If the host's G7, then that's a penalty. That's a penalty. There we go.
Yeah, they're all gone toe dead.
Yeah.
So
I believe that's still a penalty on RTs.
I mean, it's a shame because G7 are meant to be playing next season. I know I saw Foster transferring to them earlier today, so they are playing next season. But after this sort of, I'm not going to like criticize them, but going Toadette with one race left is very unsportsmanlike. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Do whatever you can to. Oh, there we go. Hands up in the air for Guy. He's been back.
Did a bit of a jump there.
As I said, you know what? I'm not going to criticize G7 too much. They can't win. Oh,
he's off. He's not happy. He's dropped his controller. He didn't want that.
Oh dear. Yeah. He. I think he might have thought he would dodge the power midair. Didn't get there in time. Off the track, basically.
I mean, it's okay. We've already seen the skill that he has, so we will...
I don't think anyone's going to criticize his skill going into this. Like I was saying about G7, though, 3 of them have gone Toadette Magic Cruiser, and it's a shame because, they've played the season very well. They've played quite admirably, and for them to sort of be very unsportsmanlike here, not that Turboland or Shy Guy Beat got picked. Ooh. I'm just saying... I don't know. I would have played it out.
That's they've done it knowing that it's within the rules.
Well, speaking of them, they're all bottom 3. Oh no, never mind. That's Matt billing up. A Chroma has been redded back down to G7's bottom 2. Ooh. Oh! That was Matt dodging, was that? I can't see because of the face cam, but Matt might have dodged in that bill.
Well, Guy's face might also have dodged in that bill. We don't know where Matt was at the time. So he might have been roughly where Guy's face is on the map. Ooh!
That was very close, Bill. You can tell he was trying to swerve there and hit Guy. Didn't do that, however. Seeing loads of G7 back here still, regardless of them using that shock, they're all still back here, really.
And Swift are actually taking a few falls. We've seen MZ, seen, I believe, Noob.
Yeah, but, well, Erupt and the other... I can't even remember who else is playing for them. I'm very skilled. Oh, that's been... Guy lagged a TC. That's game over.
That is game over for Guy. Hopefully he... oh, no, he's not dropping his controller yet.
Here we go.
Yet.
Here we go. Here we go. Chroma. Oh, not hitting him.
Guy seems to have found the funny side of that one, though, so...
Well, if he'd have been hit, I'm sure it would have been completely the opposite.
It would, but... Oh, yes! Yes!
Oh, dearie me. And that's just, yeah. Oh, what's Chroma doing? He's trying to stop him.
Yeah, Guy has just been caught failing the banister in that fashion. But
no. 7, is that another win for them?
That's a win by 2, 26-24.
Goodness me. That's just, you know what? That is a fitting way to end that war. That is a fitting way to end what's a very, very interesting war.
Yeah, I'm gonna add some bonus missing player points. So please excuse me, as I believe we might be at about 288. There, we'll do it that way for a moment. So 288 to 401. I'm just gonna leave the score 2-1 to
2-1.
Guy. Oh dear, but
was not had a fun in the stream. He's not had a fun time.
No, a few people haven't had a fun time, but Chroma's attempt to troll gone well.
Gone well indeed.
But yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, credit where credit is due. Swift played well.
They did play very well, and this was a much more convincing... No, it's not 1-1. This was a much more convincing display than what we saw for the other things. Like I said, the last match that they played as a 4v5, they were saying that like God's team might have actually deserved the win there. You know, definitely wasn't too convincing from Swift, but this time that was a convincing performance.
Well, I simply think that was because of the lack of players they have now. If they'd have used their best lineup, which does consist of Prim and Knight and maybe even Kaz, You know, if they'd have managed to use their best lineup and they hadn't have fell apart before the finals, this would have been a completely different match.
I mean, again, that is the way the cookie crumbles for some teams. And like you said, we will be seeing, or we might be seeing G7 play next season. Hopefully they can rebuild their team. We've seen a few teams do this before where they've kind of lost half of their members and then they pick other people up. This is the thing with the kind of deadlines. You can have a situation where a player gets kicked from a clan and for half a season is kind of stuck on their roster and can't play. Or, you know, some silly decisions like Kaz getting banned. Like, it's just a case of they might have had enough players on the list, but how many of them were actually on the team by the end, you know? In reality, how many of the players that aren't in the team may transfer in? There's quite a few that might. But, yeah. I'm not sure if you've got much more to add for this match.
Well, no. As I said, I've said everything I needed to about the match. Honestly, like I said, G7 played excellently throughout the entire match. They have nothing to be ashamed of throughout the entire division. You know, they played excellently. Like I said, dropping, I think it was 802 they finished on. Having a very, very strong performance. And it was just at the end of it, you know, Prim quitting, Kaz being banned, you know, it was a shame for them. If they'd have been able to use the lineup that they've used the entire division, they would have had a much better match here. And it is a shame for them, but you know what? They come back next season, in Season 10, and they play as well as they have this season, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. If they can come back with the few main players and add a few more in, I know you were on about Foster, he's been playing in D2 this season. Yeah. So if we have people like that, then of course they're going to be able to perform to the high standards that they were able to before a few of their players got banned, got kicked, got removed. The final result for people that weren't watching the final race, 288 with missing player to 401. So a win for Swift by 113, I make that.
Yeah.
So,
So anyway, I think we are done here, aren't we?
Yeah, we're done. We might have MK7 coming up soon.
MK7 7L will... Well, the match is happening in half an hour. We don't know if it's getting casted or not yet. We will be finding that out very shortly. It's going to be, for those of you who want to watch, I'm pretty sure it's being streamed by Kyle24 on Twitch. If we don't manage to stream it, then definitely go and check that out. That is going to be KSM versus Resilience in the Division 1 finals, because this is going to be the final week 6. Feel free to check that out. And if we cast it, it'll be here on MK Boards. If not, twitch.tv/Kyle24.
So, yeah, I think that's it from us. Feel free to follow us if you haven't already. Check our Twitter out if you haven't as well. If you've not got an account on MK Boards, we recommend that you get one. Thanks for watching this. I've been Stunky.
I am KP.
And that's it from us right now. So, goodbye.
Bye-bye.